For accurate weather forecast and live news, subscribe to our Skymet Weather YouTube channel. Press the bell icon and do not miss on any of our weather news.
Welcome to Skymet. We have the National Weather Bulletin. This is forecast for the next 24 hours, commencing 10th of April morning. The highlights of this brief are continuation of the pre-monsoon activity, which has been there for the last about 2 days over the central parts, though a little on the reduced note now in these 24 hours. But continuation of widespread pre-monsoon activity in terms of rain, thundershowers, squally weather over entire northeastern region. We first have a look at the satellite picture, which gives us the current situation, giving a fair amount of idea about the pre-monsoon activity which is there over the various parts of the country. The satellite picture shows pre-monsoon clouds that's covering eastern parts, central parts. Look at this picture. It's right, East UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal region, Chhattisgarh, even almost many parts of Orissa, and this is extending to cover some parts of Madhya Pradesh and Vidharbha also. And there has been fair amount of pre-monsoon activity with thunderclouds, strong winds, squally weather over these parts for the last almost about 2 days. It's typical of this Kal Baisakhi or the nor'westers which affect Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, and this activity will continue in these 24 hours also, which I am going to give the forecast, but then on a little reduced note. Let's have the weather features which will be responsible for the weather activity in these 24 hours. That's 10th of April morning onwards. The Western Disturbance is there. That's over parts of Jammu, Kashmir and adjoining area, but it's a feeble one. The activity will remain confined to mid and higher reaches of Jammu, Kashmir, Himachal. Very little activity expected over Uttarakhand with this. Plains will remain free from any significant weather activity inclusive of Delhi. Therefore, there could be marginal rise in the temperatures over these areas in these 24 hours. But there is no heat wave at all over any part of the country in these 24 hours and not likely even in the subsequent 2-3 days also. The significant feature, another one, the Western Disturbance that's coming up. It's trailing at the moment almost about gap of 2 to 3 days. It should be arriving sometime around 12th late night or 13th morning over Jammu Kashmir region. We brief you about that at that point of time. There is a cyclonic circulation over parts of North Chhattisgarh and adjoining eastern parts of Madhya Pradesh. This feature was a little over the eastern parts earlier, and that's how the activity was there, but with the shift of this circulation now, the activity will reduce over parts of Bihar and northern parts of Jharkhand, even northern parts of West Bengal. It will remain confined to some parts of West Bengal, extreme southern parts of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and then extending over to parts of Maharashtra, wherein Vidharbha should be the main to be washed out, and then some parts of Madhya Maharashtra also. Herein, over West Bengal from Kalaikunda and Kolkata onward, maybe Midnapur also, and then going further over Chhattisgarh, Durg and Raipur, over Vidharbha, Gondia, Chandrapur, Nagpur, Yotmal. All these places can expect some thunderstorm activity. There could be some isolated hailstorm also at some places. The activity can expect to northern parts of even Madhya Maharashtra also, wherein Pune, Nasik, Ahmednagar can expect mild thunderstorm during the late afternoon, evening hours. Most other parts should remain free from any significant weather activity over Karnataka region and even over Telangana region also. There is a cyclonic circulation persisting, oscillating over the Comorin area for the last about 2 to 3 days. This still persists, and trough extends from this over the interior parts of even Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and then parts of Karnataka. We can expect some scattered rain and thundershower activity over Kerala. It could extend to some parts of even Karnataka also. Activity is going to be light, at the most moderate at some places. Northeastern parts are having a lot of activity and still continues. The reason, this is the anticyclone which has been pushing the moist winds all across northeastern parts, and the winds with this circulation, they are also converging over this area, and widespread activity and more intense, that's over Arunachal, Assam, Meghalaya, and possibly outskirts of even Nagaland also is there. The rest of the region, inclusive of Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, they will have scattered rain thundershower, maybe a little less intense. Squally weather is likely with lightning strikes over this area in these 24 hours. That's the weather update from Skymet. Keep watching for latest and further information. Thank you.
Keep your family healthy by downloading Skymet AQI app and tracking air pollution of your location in real time.